Bloopers are usually just fun little things that get included on a movie or TV show's DVD and Blu-ray, and then get uploaded to YouTube with about 30 pixels and a Bandicam watermark. But sometimes bloopers end up actually making it into the final cuts of movies, and that's what we're talking about today. Here are movie bloopers that made it to the final cut. Before we get into it, if you haven't already, you can hit the subscribe button and then ring the bell to get notified whenever we put out new stuff and join the notification squad. There's like a whole little community there and it's pretty cool. Even with the amount of money put into the production of Marvel movies, there's still some mistakes that slip into their films, but usually that's not on purpose. And they pay for that by having Screen Rant videos made about them. But in Guardians of the Galaxy, there's actually a mistake that was left in on purpose because Chris Pratt is great at keeping a straight face when most people can't. In the movie, Star-Lord needs to take a pretty important orb out of his pocket, but then drops it with a quick recovery. Apparently that wasn't planned and Chris Pratt actually dropped it. But director James Gunn thought it was so funny that he kept it in, although it still made it into a Screen Rant video, so I guess there's no escape from that. Tom Cruise is famous for doing his own stunts and also being a little nuts in real life, but mostly the stunt thing. Although now in his mid-50s, that might be starting to catch up with him. He broke 2 bones in his ankle during a stunt on the production of Mission Impossible 6. But there was another stunt of his that went wrong years ago, except he's not the one that got hurt, so it's okay. Back in the year 2000 in Mission Impossible 2, Tom Cruise was in prime Tom Cruise mode. He was doing crazy stunts like free-scaling cliffs and letting a knife come way too close to his eyeball. But in one scene, a stuntman told Tom Cruise to go all out on a chest kick, which ended badly with a crazy and real kick to the jaw that Tom Cruise couldn't help but react to. It obviously looks way better to real kick a guy in the jaw than to fake kick a guy in the chest, so it made its way into the movie. This one's less of a blooper and more of just a genuine moment of terror. In the intro time-wasting montage in Knocked Up, there's a scene where the gang ride a roller coaster, which is apparently one of Jay Baruchel's biggest fears. So when they were all supposed to just enjoy the roller coaster on camera, this reaction from him was totally real.
I gotta get off, I gotta get off.
Apparently he was so against doing the scene that he offered to appear naked in the movie instead of doing it. But he ended up succumbing to peer pressure. And just for your everyday knowledge, that's one of the only jobs where you can even put that offer on the table. If your boss asks you to do something you don't feel like doing, you can't really just offer to get naked instead. Sometimes that works, but I wouldn't try it. Here's kind of a weird one. So in Raiders of the Lost Ark, there's a scene where Indiana Jones surprises some Nazis with a rocket launcher and they're like, oh no, because Nazis hate getting hit by rockets. Then there's a moment where a fly lands on the villain's face. That's usually a sign that the take is unusable. Or if it's the best shot they got, then the VFX team has to do some work. And as it turns out, they did do some work. But instead of removing the fly, the VFX team kept its landing but covered up its escape, making it seem like the dude ate a fly and didn't realize it, which I don't think is possible. Or maybe it is, and I've just eaten a ton of flies in my life without knowing it. Oh man. Well, that's all we have today. If you have any favorite bloopers that made it into the final cut of a movie, let us know in the comment section and maybe we'll talk about it in a future video. And if you're watching this video on our Facebook page, be sure to hit that link above to jump to our YouTube channel. On there you can subscribe and ring the bell to stay up to date with our videos as they come out. Thanks for watching.